A very good morning to all. In today's video, we will discuss the concept of relative density. Hope you all are familiar with the term density. We will discuss about the term density and then relative density. Is that clear? So now let us proceed with the explanation of density. Now for example, if we have one wooden block and the other steel pin or any metallic pin. So now if we take our water and then just drop them both, then will both of them float? Will both of them sink, or one stays afloat and one sink? In order to understand this concept, first let us discuss the basic of density. To make you more clear, this figure will help you to understand the density meaning. At one side we are having 3 cars and on the other we have number of cars. Okay, so which one is more denser? Which one is more denser? Obviously this side is more denser. Why? Because in this particular given space, the number of matter is more to this side. Let us take one more. To this side, number of trees are there, and to this side, limited number of trees are there. So which forest will be more denser? Obviously this side, because it is having a large number of trees. So we can say that density defines how compact the mass in a substance or object is. Means if in a particular substance the matter contained or the mass is more, then that particular substance is said to be more denser. And if it is not, then it is less denser. So, in scientific term, we can say that density is mass per unit volume, which states that in a given volume, the number of matter or the amount of mass occupied is defining the density of that substance. Now let us have two body 1 and 2 with the same volume. Now since this is m1 mass of one body, m2 mass of the other body. Now since we have the same volume and from the figure it is clear that mass of the second volume is more, that the matter contained in second volume is more. Therefore we can say that though they have same volume, but because of the difference in the mass, their density is different. Now since density is equals to mass upon volume, and we know that mass SI unit is kg and volume SI unit is meter cube. Therefore, we say that the SI unit of density is kilogram per meter cube. Now since it is not dealing with any direction, therefore it is simply a scalar quantity which deals with only a magnitude. The expression of density is rho, which is expressed as this. Sometimes we can use d as well just to express the term density. Now, I think you will be able to answer the previously asked question. In that, I asked which one will float and which one will sink. Now obviously what we have is the density of this wood, the density of this wooden block is less than density of water. Though the wooden block is large in volume, though it is large in size, but the amount of matter in the wood was less, therefore its density is less than that of water. So now the substance whose density is less than that of water, it will float. Why is it so? Because since The density of wood is less, therefore it is exerting less downward pressure, means it is exerting less weight in the downward direction, whereas experiencing more upthrust force. On the other hand, if I talk about pin, now since the pin, though the pin is having a very compact size, though its volume is small, but the amount of matter is more in it. Therefore, now since the amount of matter is more, we say that density of pin is more than density of water, and the substance whose density is more than density of water usually sinks. So these are the two conclusions we made. If the density of object is less than that of liquid, it will float, and if it is more than that of liquid, it will sink. Therefore, the metallic pin sinks and the wooden block floats on a liquid. Now, after this, let us start with relative density. It is very similar to that of density except with the term relative. Relative means we are comparing the density of one substance to the density of the other. Okay, now for example, this is a table with one pot, this is a table with number of pots. So we will compare it and then we will say which one is more denser. Okay, so this is more denser with respect to this, or this is more denser with relative to this. Is that clear? So relative means the density we compare with the density of any other substance. So basically, in relative density, we compare the density of a substance with the density of water. And in the notes, already I gave you the density of water is 1 gram per centimeter cube. This is constant, very important. Just remember the density of water is 1 gram per centimeter cube, or in SI we say 1000 kilogram per meter cube. And this density is maximum at 4 degrees Celsius. Therefore, the density of water at 4 degrees Celsius is considered to be the best measuring for any density of the substance. That means in order to compare the density of any object, we compare it with density of water. So in relative density also we are comparing the density of a substance with that of water. Now, relative density of a substance can be stated as density of the substance over density of water, and we know density of water is 1. Now let us have one example. Let us consider the density of water already 1000 kilogram per meter cube, and the density of silver is 10,500 kilogram per meter cube. Already from this we can conclude which one is more denser. Obviously silver is more denser. So if I ask you to find the relative density of silver, whether it will float on water or will sink in water, then put the formula. Density of silver is 10,500, density of water is 1000. Now just cancel it and we will be left with 10.5. That is the relative density of silver. Okay, one thing more. Since relative density is the ratio of the same unit, here the unit is same of water also, that is kilogram per meter cube, and of silver also kilogram per meter cube. So now since the density is same, therefore we cancel each other and we are left with no unit. Thus we say that relative density is unitless. Now here we found that density of silver is 10.5, means relative density of silver is 10.5, which means that the density of silver is 10.5 times more than that of water. Okay, the value of relative density gives you the number of times the substance is heavier or denser than water. Now since this is more denser than water and we know that relative density is 1000, therefore since the relative density is more, therefore we consider that if the density of substance is more than that of water, it will sink. And if I talk about density of ice, that is 934, then putting the same in the formula of relative density, density of ice is 934 upon density of water is 1000. Therefore, what we have 0.934 as the relative density of ice. Okay. Now, to compare whether it will float or sink, we consider the relative density, the standard relative density of water as 1. We consider the standard relative density of water is 1. Therefore, any substance whose relative density is more than 1, it will sink. If the relative density is more than 1, as in case of silver, it was 10.5, which was greater than 1, so it will sink. On the other hand, if the relative density of an object is less than 1, then the object will float. As in ice cube, it was 0.93 something, so ice cube will float on water. So, by comparing the relative density with 1 as the standard value, we can conclude whether the object will sink or float. Now, in order to understand, let us take 4 beaker. Now, one of the object is whose relative density is 0.1. So, 0.1 is less than 1. Therefore, obviously it will float. Second is whose relative density is 0.4. It is also less than 1. So, it will also float. Whose relative density is near about 1 but less than 1, that is 0.9 but less than 1. So it will float, but most of its part will submerged in the water. Maximum part of the object will be submerged in water. And the last one, relative density, if it is 1.3, obviously 1.3 is greater than 1 and therefore it will sink. So if the relative density is greater than 1, it will sink as of this case, and if it will be less, it will float. Now, can the relative density of an object be 0? Again, can the relative density of an object be 0? We know that relative density is the ratio of the density of two objects, and we know density is mass upon volume. So if the relative density is to be 0, either the mass of the object to be 0 or the volume of the object to be 0, and we know that mass of any object can never be 0, hence the relative density of an object can never be 0. The relative density is a constant quantity because it is unitless, it don't have any unit, therefore it is a constant quantity, but under some certain condition, that is pressure and temperature. Means relative density, though it is constant, but it depends upon temperature and pressure. If temperature and pressure changes, relative density also varies. Is that clear? So hope this video will help you. Just conclude the topic from the book and read it well. Thank you.